All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Harakak, Kodash, Brakathum. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and to all the occupants across the globe. Pushing the word of truth and sincerity, I want to say Shalom. Sadai Nawa from the great millstone camp of Chicago with another lesson. And I'm just going through just through YouTube, and I came across this on Vox, and Vox is a pretty good page to get information. I came across Christopher Columbus. I was on TikTok earlier too. I really, they had an article or an account of Christopher Columbus doing some treacherous things. And I was trying to look for that specific account, but I ended up finding this. And I went through it and strolled through it, and they were thumbed through it, and it was interesting, some things that we may have or may have not known. So I just want to bring this out, and whatever precepts, the Lord give me through the Spirit, I bring them out. As you can see the title, it says 9 Reasons Christopher Columbus Was a Murderer, Tyrant, and Scoundrel. All right. I'm just going to get to it. It says Columbus kidnapped a Caribbean woman and gave her to a crew member to rape. The Bergreen quotes Michelle or Michael de Cuneo, who participated in Columbus's second expedition to the Americas. He writes, while I was in the boat, I captured a very beautiful woman whom the Lord Admiral Columbus gave to me. When I had taken her to my cabin, she was naked, as was their custom. I was filled with a desire to take my pleasure with her, and attempted to satisfy my desire. She was unwilling, and so treated me with her nails that I wish I had never begun. I then took a piece of rope and whipped her soundly. She let forth such incredible screams that you would not have believed your ears. Eventually we came to such terms, I assure you, that you would have thought she had been brought up in a school for whores, man. And this is what America and you people are going crazy for every year, to get a goddamn day off, man, in the celebration of Columbus Day, man. All right? Now, taking down the statues, that don't mean nothing. All right? He's still portrayed as a discoverer of America. All right? He led an expedition from Spain all through the Caribbeans, all right, through the islands, all the way to America. And he left behind a path of destruction, murder, rape, and humiliation to every indigenous tribe, native, that he encountered. And these are Israelites, man, all right, that he has done this to, all right? It says here, on Hispaniola, a member of Columbus's crew publicly cut off an Indian's ear to shock others into submission. Does that sound familiar? All right, it sounds like a scene in Toby, or a scene in Roots, all right, where Kuta Kinte was whipped into submission to call himself Toby, right? Same thing, all right? Same thing with the buck breaking. How Esau would do sexual acts on Jake, the biggest and strongest of the Jake, in front of the family and in front of the community, man, to ensure submission of future generations, all right? It says Columbus kidnapped and enslaved more than 1,000 people on Hispaniola, man, all right? And, it goes on and on, man, all right? So Columbus forced Indians to collect gold for him or else die, all right? And everything that this man has done has been at the threat and at the edge of a sword, man, all right? And this man is highly regarded, highly esteemed as a historical figure in America. But these are things that they try to hide from you deep, all right, in history, man. All right? There was some other one I wanted to get into. It says about 50,000 Indians committed mass suicide rather than comply with the Spanish. It says the Indians destroyed their stores of bread so that neither they nor the invaders would be able to eat it. They plunged off cliffs, they poisoned themselves with roots, and they starved themselves to death. Oppressed by the impossible requirement to deliver tributes of gold, the Indians were no longer able to tend their fields or care for their sick, children, and elderly. They had given up and committed mass suicide to avoid being killed or captured by Christians. All right, and this is on Christianity, man. This is how Christianity was implanted in the minds of the Israelites, man. All right, through intimidation, through murder, through slaughter. All right, and to avoid sharing the land with them, their fields, groves, beaches, forests, and women, the future of their people. All right, I'm gonna get some precepts. I just want to go through these real quick. It says 56 years after Columbus's first voyage, only 500 out of 300,000 Indians remained in Hispaniola, man. All right. And it says population figures from 500 years ago are necessarily imprecise, but Berggren estimates that there were about 300,000 inhabitants of Hispaniola in 1492. Between 1494 and 1496, 100,000 died, half due to mass suicide. In 1508, the population was down to 60,000. By 1548, it was estimated to be only 500. So, therefore, 58, we got 4. In 52 years, all right, they killed over 200 and some odd thousand, man. All right, I'm not finna do the math, all right, of natives, man. All right, you mean to tell me that this man is not the damn devil, man? All right. So Columbus was also horrible to the Spanish under his rule. I'm not finna read that. There's another one right here. We go. It says settlers under Columbus sold 9 and 10-year-old girls into sexual slavery, man. All right. Indian slaves were beheaded when the Spanish captors couldn't be betrothed to unite them. All right. So when Jake didn't comply with the demands, all right, of marrying their women into these heathens, all right, they were put to death, man. All right. So we'll get a couple of precepts. Let's lock in. First thing that come to mind is there's Genesis 27:38, and Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing? My father, bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. And by thy sword thou shalt live, and shalt serve thy brother. And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. All right. So Esau's blessing was the fatness of the earth. all right, and the sword, man. You see, and Columbus was very um, murderous and cruel when he visited these natives, man. When he visited these Israelites on these other lands, in these other countries. All right. It says, violent than the earth. All right, let's get this. Words to the heathen. There's Ezekiel 7:24, wherefore I will bring the words of the heathen, they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and the holy places shall be defiled, man. All right, so Esau is the worst of the heathen, man. All right, he has gone and he has took over these lands. He has raped, robbed, and pillaged the people. He has stripped the land of its resources. All right, and has dwelt there, man. All right, matter of fact, he called the land by their own name. Psalm 49:11, the inward thought is that the houses shall continue forever, the dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, man. All right, you don't got to go too far in America, all right, without seeing the name Columbus. Here in downtown Chicago, we got a street called Columbus Drive, man. All right, you got Columbus, Ohio. All right, you got the District of Columbia. All right, you see, this man is truly proving himself to be the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. All right, keep her at home. I'm gonna make this long. Habakkuk 2. Two and 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. The just shall live by faith, man. All right, and if you read some of those things that he has done, all right, you just know he's a wicked ass man, man. All right, he levied a number, all right, of gold that he wanted of the people to give him. All right, the number was so big that they couldn't comply with the number, man, and he killed them, man. They ended up killing themselves rather than be under the tyrannical rulership of these damn Edomites, man, these damn Spaniards, which are Edomites. Verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire is hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. All right, and he is a proud man, man. All right, he left Spain, all right, to embark on these voyages across the seas to enslave and to ultimately to bring forth prophecy, all right, but to take peace from the earth, and that's what he's done, and that's what he has done, and what he is doing whenever he enters somebody's country, whenever he enters somebody's borders or lands, man. All right, he desires their food, their resources, their women, all right, and their culture, man. Because what he tries to do, he tries to marry into the family of the tribes to assimilate himself, so he can be called those people, man. All right. When you look at the movies, he's always everybody but himself, man. You see. And though he has given the whole earth, he wants more, man. He wants so much more that he wants to artificially assimilate you, all right, into the metaverse, man, to an altered form of reality. All right, he's mass producing the MOTB. It's going to be inserted up under the skin. is going to ultimately separate you from the salvation of Yahweh Shai Shai when he returns, man. All right? They talked about how you send gifts one to another, or how you send 9 and 10-year-old girls to her friends, man, right? Revelations 11. Revelation 11 and 10, it says, and they that, I'm just going to get to the point, this whole chapter is good, but Revelation 11 and 10, and they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, and make merry, shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets tormented them that dwelt on the earth, man. All right, those gifts that they sent one another were slaves, man. All right, in this case, little children, little girls in particular, man. All right, but this man ain't the devil. This man don't deserve to get put in captivity. This man doesn't deserve to be held accountable. All right, but in the eyes of the Lord, man, he's going to get his just due. All right? So with that, I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Till next time, Shalom and a Baba Bar.